and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Craig Reynolds to return it. Things going well so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, you're going to tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
6 DBs out there for the Ravens. 3rd down coming up. On the draw, this is Gibbs. He got close, but not to the marker. They gave up 9. 4th down coming up.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
The 20-yard line.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So is the defense, and they take him down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Goff. Connects on one with Jameson Williams. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Tight end going in motion here. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Finds Isaac to Slaw. Complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. It's on target to Williams. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
1st down.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Bates' kick is up and good. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Machine Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. First down. Here's Lamar. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Jackson keeping it himself. He's across the 35. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Baltimore first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
One of the tight ends motioning left. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
2nd and 10 now. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
Lamar's going to keep this one. Has room inside the 25. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
On 1st down, Jackson. This throw is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Running back sent in motion left. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
That is Tyler Loop, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead.
The score, Ravens 7, Lions 3.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Reynolds with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Goff to the air now. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Goff on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Jackson now on third. Andrews has it, working downfield. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the pistol, Henry. And get forward about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pistol snap to Jackson. He's got it! And in for the Baltimore touchdown! The Ravens get 6 more on their early advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11.
Ravens 14, Lions 3.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Lions offense returning to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Running it with David Montgomery. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Third and 4 coming up now. Throwing is gone. That one complete to St. Brown. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And they're full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Gone. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Putting the tight end in motion. First down throw from Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was hoping to get it to Isaac Tislaw there. And that'll bring up second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action here with Goff. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Lions first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They just get the play off. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the red zone now. Goff has it knocked out. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And he's out the clear. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. Baltimore finishes the return to the end zone. Touchdown! The Ravens capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell, they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coaches up here in the booth scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the players on the sideline scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one. It hit the deck, and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive, massive scoop and score touchdown.
Extra point is up and cleared by Luke. And the Ravens push their lead to 18.
21. Lions 3.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Reynolds with a return. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. He gives to Montgomery to start the drive. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the 39. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun, Goff. Big gain downfield. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That one hits for 30. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
1st down, Lions.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens' 10-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal.
Stopped short of the goal line. 1st and goal, Detroit.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Goff setting the throw. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. It's Gibbs on the carry. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
On 3rd and goal, Goff. and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. A very short kick here from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd 10.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Lamar now from the gun. Completed to Flowers. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. And you get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
1st down. Here's Lamar. Looking to his fullback now. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 3 now. Henry running to the left. He's out of bounds right around the 10. That's enough to make this 1st and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He gets him 9 yards, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the first down run often leads to second down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Henry. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Ravens take their lead to a 3-score advantage. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens grow the lead now to 22 points. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Reynolds with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The shotgun, gone. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They motion the tight end over. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
1st down, Detroit.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
On 1st down, it's gone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Now a run with Wright. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Gone. Screen here for Gibbs. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Catch is made in close. And in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions cut the lead down to 15.
28, Lions 13.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ali to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
The drive begins with Henry. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Man in motion here. He's got Andrews. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens with a chance to boost their lead. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That pass pulled in by Henry. And he's going to go out of bounds on a rough first down effort there. They're going to lose at least a few.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now here's Lamar. They'll set up the screen for Henry. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. but it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one's complete, right side. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. Looking to return from the 29. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Ball at the 33 for first down. Goff back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They've got a man in motion. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running back sent in motion. First down throw from Goff. Yet another grab for Williams. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Again, Goff. He finds Laporta. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ali to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Taken down by the first-time All-Pro. That was Kirby Joseph.
The 27-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. He's in trouble here. He'll go down. The Lions got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They send a man in motion. From the gun, Gall. That one's into the hands of Tesla. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another one for Gibbs. Jukes out a one-stop. And he is down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Lions 1st down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff to the air now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, gone. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Goff on 3rd. He's got a man left. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions start the second half with some needed points.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with your route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions trim the deficit down to 5.
Lions 23.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Ali to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Sending the tight end in motion left. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Pistol snap to Jackson. Finds his fullback. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They go play fake with Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now Jackson off the play action. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Motioning him from the slot right. Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And they're going to catch him right as he gets this to the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Gone. Screen here for Gibbs. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap here to go. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right, they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Oh, and it's a fake punter with the football. This is caught. And they pull it off. He gets them the first before being stopped.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Everybody needs a good emergency quarterback, and I think this team just found their man. Seems like a call they had confidence in, no question about it. And what a perfect moment to call it.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He breaks the tackle. Ooh, he made the most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. There's a give for Wright. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a a gain of 10.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. And nothing was going to help him escape that. And he gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Goff back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The Ravens going to the dime package on this 3rd down. Goff. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Hill now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Play fake. Jackson. This is completed downfield to Likely. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the pistol, Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
A fifth defensive back into the game for the Lions. Third down coming. Lamar back to throw. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Luke knocks it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on fourth down for that defense, roughing the kicker, and now they've got a first inside the red zone. One of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run here, following the penalty. And it's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be first and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal. So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. The nose of the football inside the one. Here's second and goal. Trying to run with Henry. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Ravens push this to an 8-point game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens push the lead to 2 scores now.
Ravens 35, Lions 26.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Reynolds with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Now gone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face second down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
He's got this at the 27. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Gets him on the in route. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Another run for Henry. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down, here's Lamar. Short pass brought in.
Completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, but whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. They weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Lamar and the offense staying out there, Brock. They're trying for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the
He's throwing for it! And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late.
score. Ravens 43, Lions 26.
Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Yet another grab for St. Brown. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
1st down, Detroit.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. It gets 2nd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Taken in by Williams outright. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They're going to throw again. Goff. Completed over the middle. And this does not get it. Off to the short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
I can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on fourth down, and they move those chains.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Williams coming in motion right. On first down, it's gone. Throw complete to Williams. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up first and 10. Again, Goff. Connects. This is to Sloan. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 15-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. We go play action with Goff. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to sneak here, Goff. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now Gibbs. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Goff. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Goff setting to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Caught. Nice gain left side. Nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the
Yeah, these in cuts
35-yard line.
maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Here's Henry on the option. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give them an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First down. First and 10.
I don't know, Kate, I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. He sends it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up second down.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up second and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. It's Henry on the counter. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain on that one, and now it's third and 8.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
A less than ideal third and 8 here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Out of the gun, Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens about set to celebrate this win. First down run netted them nothing. Here is second and 10. Lamar now from the gun. This one's caught. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens make it a 24-point ball game.
Ravens 50, Lions 26.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. Able to find Wright. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. From the 31. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Short pass brought in. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Drive begins with Henry. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Down the middle with Henry. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.